So, while I am on my straight self right now, let's say I would say I'm in my balancing time. I'm in my balancing time, so I can actually tetragrammar. I can actually tetragrammar. When I say tetragrammar means I don't get the heat properly when I speak this language you are using. This is what I'm speaking. Lang language, language. So I told you before that how the world was how was the world look like before. The world before, which is I told you in my record before that it was half embodied water. It was half embodied water, and there were only one tree in the middle of the seas. Like you see the crystal round balls. It's exactly like the world, and then the Milky Ways were round too, but it was like a spirals with dust of colors. Like a glittering. There is the Milky Ways like a glittering, and then Pleiadian is color of like blue, blue sea, blue eye. Pleiadian has blue. What you call AYA. Blue. There were, and then the green eye is the aliens. The green eye has aliens, which is they are those aliens that have already like uh, stock. They have stock, and those who alien that are still deformed, they are those who incarnate into the world. They have a very long feet, and their feet is straight, and then American, basically, American basically. And like I told you in my record before, Lithuanian was half half now, and American almost all of you. Almost all of you American. That is why I said that there's only 1,000 left family believing the true gods, you know, and I'm using the middle like the language because there are some words in your world that I cannot find tetragramma to this world because my word is 1,000 7,000 or 1,777,000 word. That is only the lower orbit, while the if I put it all together it is 10,000. It is 10,000. Why we always 10, 10, 10, 10 version, 10,000, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Look at your feet. How many fingers do you have? You know, that is why you are fully formed, developed, fully formed, developed. While the aliens, they have like, some, they have like two head, two hairs, some has two fingers, some has only five fingers, and they're very long ones. And then their color is like greenish, like the color of your veins. You say veins. That's their color, And some aliens are like snakes, which is I said to you in the other record before, and they have those long feet. But an alien that have already formed, that has like form is a foam. They have long feet of a tree, and then their feet is long with like deform, like their bones on the like that. But that is if they grow well when they come to the world and help humans, they become, they will achieve the spirit, because humans, when you are sent into the world, you are sent to do something to help others and to gain knowledge from one to one another, like that. It's basically what you are here on the world for, like you are sent here, and then you need to, like today I have many ribbons, I have many ribbons today. It was hurt on the top by my, my left chest, because they keep attaching the medals I've received today, I have received 19 of them today. And these are not for me because, these are not for me. What I receive, I always give it. What I receive, I always give it. You know, I I just didn't. I just do what is. Because what I do is not for always my those who. Let's leave it as it is because someone is hello. So in the time before, the world has was round, like basically in the crystal ball, and there were only one tree. This tree was a bean. This tree was a bean, and this tree is the only bean that had seed that has only 5 seeds. Only 5 seeds. What is this tree I'm talking about? In China, they have a tree of life. They have tree of life. They have tree of magics. They have tree of. They are the most beliefs of humans. They're the most beliefs. And then it was in the middle of the oceans, which is pointing. Like inside of the crystal ball, there is. That very 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 big 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 so big tree, so big tree, and then it's really really big, it's like in the sunflower, in the middle of the sunflower there is two round in it. The second round was the big the same size of the tree, and there were only 5 seeds. Then there were six, but the other one was deformed. So that was cast into Mars where it grew more. And then it just went into like a potato, like potato, but potato those times, children's don't eat vegetable. The angels, they only eat tomato. They only eat tomato, but I'm teaching them how to eat some because kids are always being kids, they don't. So, and then, when I come to the world to see what is going on after 7,000 years, those times, it was the water was going down, it was going down. And then in the time of Eve, when we were making Eve, there's so many things because your body is just like a tomb for the spirits, for the spirits not to go far away. We sent them here for them to, instead of like in your tomb, you place the body in that, and then the spirit are placed in like you yourself, you know, and you yourself, and then for them not to go anywhere, we keep them because that's the only way we could connect to them, through them, instead of going somewhere. We keep them because spirits is love. Spirit is true love. Humans, spirits is love. They obey the true God. They obey the true God. And remember, there's only one God. Whatever religions you are, whatever you do, there's only one religions. You cannot call anybody names because everything is dominion. Everything is dominion. That is why your interference to the book of life, which is a man-made Bible, you become that because you equal yourselves to God, who's supposed to deliver the words to you the proper way, that you won't take it just as how you read them. You won't understand them just as how you read them. You equal yourselves to God, and that is why you far offended God. He is the root of thy spirits. I am the root of thy souls. It's my mother says. My father says. We are the passing. Mother is already back to where she is. Father already there where she is. Everyone is already just waiting for, the set November. Why November? Why November is chosen? Many November is, spirit, souls, light. 11, 1, 1. You know, the greed of humans, which is started of the seas. It started on the time of get the time of Jesus. It was already starting, you know, and then it got worse when we were in what do you call that, in Romania. In Romania we were walking to placing to ancient Egypt. There was we stayed there for a couple of days, and then I was looking for a job for my niece and a nephew, and I was called Nor then those times, and the oceans were unsalted. There's no salt in the world before. There were no salt in the world before, you know. There were no salt in the world before, because even in your book it stated the river where John, where they take fish from, it was river. It didn't tell you that it was salt, you know. So the world was unsalted before. The water was unsalted before, because it was made for the angels that if they fell down, they will fall down into the water and not salt. Why salt? Because they cannot they go back up. The symbol of light and salt. They are light, and then when they go to salt, they get rusty. Get rusty. That is why they have wings. In the beginning, not all angels has, but Father, have to, for his, like in your home, oh, kids, what happened? I remember my father always speak. So, this is why we have kept the land clean and safe before for the angels. That is why it was full half water and one tree, until over time, the people get greedy and greedy. And in those times in Egypt, there was a woman called Nor. I was working with with humans, greedy, and then one day, while I was walking in the forest, I hear from the cave, a sound in the cave, a serpopard. I hear a serpopard stuck under stones, and then he asked me, can you help me? Because those times, serpopards can speak. Those times, lions, jaguar, the time of, while the spirit was still they didn't speak in the time of Adam, but some speak to their kinds. The time of Serpopard, he was stuck under the stones, which is his spirit come from Pleiadian. And in order for him to, because we don't, when you help someone, you give them back as a thanksgiving, As a thanksgiving, you, like, if somebody helps you, you give them something to, to flatter the heart, to make them feel good, but not a source of what you call now, money. No, no. Things, you give them things. Food. That is why when I receive something from my father, through my Adonais, I, Bart, he called him Bart, like that. Well, it says just from my Adonai. So, or from I'm not supposed to hold that anymore, because I lose it already. I lose already. I'm not supposed to take that, or I'm not supposed to hold the money or to take it wherever I am, but use the card. Use the card, but because my card is still from abroad, I don't have any kind of anything in this where I am right now, and I'm not allowed to get anything to get a new, you know. So I just cope with it and try what I can through it. If I use it to shop, it'll cost more because even to transfer the thing into the from from abroad to my account, it takes already a lot. So I'll just buy right away food, you know. I don't hold any money in my hand, humans. I don't like it. I really, really don't like it because it symbols of blood, you know. And that's the symbol of humans also in the time of Egypt. They become greedy. The symbol also of why the water becomes salted because of the man who took the magic grinder, you know, magic grinder, and then he just took it. He wondered why we have a lot of new sofas in the house when we were poor, only working for to feed, you know, and was given by a deity, the serpupar, the grinder, and then one day I wasn't home. They asked the childrens, just took it with him, and then he went to the boat without asking what is this magic word to stop it. What he did, after he went on a journey, and then in the middle of the oceans, he tried to ask with his Grin, you know, naughty thought that, oh, I can do this now. I'm in the middle of the seas. I can ask whatever I want. And then his mind was placed to ask for a salt. Why? Because it was starting of the time of to immortals from other planet are reincarnating to the world, which is they want to be here because the river was so big, very very big, and it wasn't what we wanted. Why? Because their carcass would be in the water, and then if the angels feel, you know, reason why it was the greed that literally that drives them to that, you know, because this been going on of good and evil, you know, good and evil, or the that is why we've been burning and burning everything through trying to get rid of this bad spirits around, you know, omen. Why we have to get the elements, fifth element, because the fifth element to seventh element, humans, it's really a disturbance to the spirits, which is they could not take it when you are fully alchemy with vibration, you know, like that. When you are fully alchemy, no, this is why they hate it, and they knew it's their ending, you know. When the man, it's a symbol of the man who took the magic grinder. He took it in the middle of the sea, asked for and the angel told him, ask for a salt. So he asked for a salt, and then, because that's what angels can do to your head, humans. They are players of the fools that can't see spirits around you, and that's the truth. I can't lie to you. Even though I'm not allowed to speak to it, I just can't. What comes out from my mouth, it's just it. I don't take back, you know? I don't take back what I tell you. And because of his greed, he didn't know how to stop it. So he just sank in with the boat full of salt. Even he was sinking to the ground, he was still in the bottom of the, because the grinder was so fast, you know, the grinder was making a lot. It's like there's no second for it. It just keep spewing salt, and that's why humans becomes like that. They keep spewing venoms from the carcass, you know. If you think your words does not hurt anybody, your words hurts the angels around. That is why they are far away from you. You know? You are like a letter to them, like a projector. They are, you are in your home and then they are by somewhere else and then they use radar through you. You know? Because humans would say they are not no, angels can see what you are. You cannot lie to angels. No matter how much you try to say, you cannot lie to angels. That is why too I become Ariel of those times to stop it because it just gets salty and salty and salty and salty. You know, imagine for how many years the gilingan was still rolling until I was Cinderella. You know? Until I was Cinderella, the grinder was still rolling and the sea flow, you know? It was standing by there were a rock in the bottom of the sea and then in the oceans, right into the where the mud, say into the mud of the seas, when I see by the mud of the seas. Right there was a white butterfly stone. When you see white butterfly stones, women, these stones are there's holes in this, but they are like a chalk, and some of them, when it's time for them to float, they go up to float, you know, and then over time, I saw it. The grinder was there, almost like you know, like it was on its side because it was keep rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling, keep making salt and salt and salt and salt. And then what happened? The man dead because there were no boat then. You know, he does not know how to get back to where he was because he was right in the middle of the oceans. And that's greed takes you. You know, that's what your greed takes you. The more you wanting something, the more you, I told you, lose it to seeking the more you love something that will rot, the more you lose it. You know, there's many, that's the world become of this end. Greedy, 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 greedy. Everyone wants money, 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 money. I'm not talking about, don't take literally what I speak, because if you are what I speak, you won't get hurt. Like when that woman called me that I'm an NESTY, I won't say myself that because I am called the wrath of God or flag because that is my truth, NESTY. Why? I'm only speaking the way I speak because I want people to get out from the truth. You cannot be reprimanded if you have a brain to think. Why would anyone would reprimand you with its soft, hi, Mulari asan hada? You know? No, we don't. We are men. When you see men, you speak like with a dignity, with discipline. A disciplinary, because God is mafia. Disciplinary humans, humans. When we were before time, worse than MAFIA. You know, we have to use our dust to go inside of an animal's brain to learn to balance ourselves. We are not what you think we are. I speak the way I am because I am whom you called revelations. The flag, the seven candle, you know. All that you've been calling me in that book. That is why I said I am Bible. Bible is also means a poison because Bible, or when you read the Bible the way it's Bible, in other language, Bible, it's like a tible. You know what is tible? Tible, Bible means a poisonous tree with its reason used to fish before time. You know, it is what we used to fish in ancient Egypt. Tible, or what you call the Bible, you know. That is Bible is poison to your souls. It isn't what you think it is because you understand it just how you read them. And what you do, you equal yourselves to God who's supposed to explain to you those things. How can he do that when every one of you already believing in that book? You didn't look up to him. You just relying on the book. There's no eyes in the book. You read of my Father in that. There's no ears in the book. You read me of that. There's no hands in the book. You read the true God in it. You know? There's no fang or whatever lights in the book. Why? There's no angel carrying it. You know? And what's the world become, humans? You have equal thyselves to God's, who is, should be the one who preaches to you the word of God, for he's the only one who can speak in tongues. It's not tongues of the world, it's tongues of, of your tongues you knew is evil. Aramaic, Hebrew, whatever you speak, the worldly language is evil, humans. Live. Because if you reverse the word EVIL, live. You know? You know, humans? And if you're greed, humans, you want to be so much proud and egoistic, you know? Egoistic, as you call it, egoistic. Proud. Ego is what makes you greedy. You don't want anyone to reprimand you because you think you knew it all, as if you knew how you were made, as if you knew who were your ancestors. No, you don't. You don't know who your ancestors is. You haven't even seen any of them in this, you know. I did. For they are the ones who talk always, Math, help me, Math, help me, Math, help me, Math, help me. I'm here, but my other self is there for them. I am here, for the angels is using a laptop in heaven too. You think only when you have this, everything you have that, we have them. It's just we are so advanced than your world. You know, we are so advanced than your world, humans. We are not using Bible. Why? We are transferring signal head to head. We are not like this anymore, like you. We just need to separate from, because couple for only couple. And that is what I'm doing now. Couple for only couple. Because as extract, been make that. Mixed, whatever you call it, like that. I won't say mixed up because it's still only one. Only Adam, from Adam, from Eve. Adam was made for a temple. Eve comes out to make more. It's like multiplication table because that was Adam made for, multiplication table.